Hey, it's me, Charlie, and welcome back to my channel. Hey, let's wrap up season 4, Game of Thrones. If you've never seen my content before, relax. I'm not a content creator. I just like to rant about the movies and shows that I'm watching. And at the moment, again, it is Game of Thrones. Season 4 has taken me through the emotions. Great highs and some lows. Like, this all this show does is go like this and put you through the ringer. All right, let's just get into this wrap up. Season 4 has been a lot. Okay, we've lost some of our greats. Since there's so many characters, okay, and I can never remember everybody's name, and since I'm over here on YouTube this time, I get to talk longer and get more in depth about the things that I'm feeling with the show. I'm gonna go section by section. Is it like kingdom? Not really kingdoms, rulings. I don't know. Basically, I'm just gonna start off with what's going on in King's Landing, and then I move to like what's going on in the north, then what's going on at the wall, what's going on with Daenerys, and everybody else that's in between. Y'all know it's like 50 million characters in the show, okay? And there's no main characters, so yeah. If you ever seen my content before, you know that I always got my notes. Let's just start it off on a high note. Joffrey, our great, sweet, wonderful King Joffrey, he's gone. Praise God. Thank you. I am so happy that Joffrey is gone. 2 episodes into the season. Thank you. Because I didn't even have to watch the whole season to finally see him gone. How about we do Cersei's next? Oh, no. She doesn't, because someone wrote it for me and says that she lasts until the very last episode. I made its own video about Joffrey's death and how I felt about Joffrey. Because literally, I cannot stand that little boy. I ain't never hated a child in my entire life. Joffrey's death is basically what's going on in King's Landing this season, because all of it's just surrounding his death, okay? He popped all of that and then got off. Oh my gosh, though, I will say this. Joffrey's death, conspiracy. I think I know who did it. At first, I was like, it was Littlefinger, because if you remember, Littlefinger was the one who helped Sansa up out of there, got her back over there to her aunt. Talk about that later in a little greater detail. And I was like, hold on, is it Littlefinger that had off there? When I was doing my episode wrap-ups over on TikTok, I was like, oh, it has to be Littlefinger. Then when I was rewatching the recaps, because I always rewatch the like episode recaps before I go and write my whole wrap-up, I realized that, what's her name? Y'all know it's like 18,000 people. Margie Grandma. Yo, it was Margie Grandma. I'm telling you why. Because she was like, you think I would let you marry him? And then she touched her necklace. And then I remember it's the same necklace that Littlefinger was talking about when he was talking to Sansa about when Joffrey got poisoned. I'm telling you, it's her grandma. The part that I can't understand is why. Because my whole thing is they didn't even get to like consomme. That is not the word. Consomme? Consomme is what you dip bury your tacos in. They didn't even get to like bust down and make that wedding official or that marriage official. So like, why would she offer him at? I'm so confused. I'm ready for that because I'm telling you, it was her. I know it was her. In this season, it made me do something that I never thought I would do, which would be have a little space in my heart for Jaime. Jaime Lannister is on one heck of a character development arc. The thing with Jaime though is every time I'm like, oh my God, you know what? Jaime might not be that bad. I remember that he pushed a child off a ledge, and this is kind of how all of this started, okay? Because a child caught him busting down his twin sister. And then I'm like, do I really want to have space in my heart for that? I don't know. Jaime makes me question things. When Tyrion gets accused for Joffrey's death, he like, I'm gonna stick beside my brother and help him because he the only one honestly that actually like him out of the Lannisters. They cannot stand Tyrion, okay? And Jaime seems to be the only one that stand beside him. Also, I do like the whole connection that he built with Lady Brienne and how he helped Tyrion, little homeboy who was like his little sidekick. I like the relationship they built right there. So the whole relationship with Lady Brienne and Jaime also kind of made me look at Jaime like, Jaime, you not that bad. Like, you might have a heart. But then I also remember that you be busting down your sister and you push kids off the ledge. So then I'm like, let me reel it back in. And also, at the end when Jaime ended up being the one who helps Tyrion escape, Jaime got a couple points on the board, okay? I just will never forget what he did. I just don't hate him as much as I hate other people, and you know who I hate. The season with Cersei was literally about her just blaming Tyrion for Joffrey's death, even though she knew in her heart that he was not responsible for that man's death. Girl, just say you don't like your brother. She can't stand that man. She hates this man deeply. And they always make it seem like she hates him so much because their mom passed when giving birth to him. Ma'am, unfortunately, very unfortunately, that is a common thing in childbirth, that people unfortunately lose their life for giving birth. If we're talking about a time where y'all don't even got regular medicine Tylenol, I'm pretty sure there was a lot more higher, demises during birth. So you blaming this baby makes no sense. But girl, it has nothing to do with it. I'm telling y'all, they don't like him because he little. That's all it is. I know they always say it's because their mom passed, but it's not. It's literally because Tyrion is tiny. Because if Tyrion was regular size, they would treat him a lot better. But she hates Tyrion so bad that this was her opportunity, even though she knew he had nothing to do with Joffrey. She knew how he had nothing to do with Joffrey. This was literally her opportunity to just get this man off. Girl, you are sick in the head. Like, it's actually kind of scary. She was literally willing to get her brother off just to get him out of there, and responsible for her son's death that she knew he had nothing to do with. Like, I just can't stress that part. And I'm like, that's why I can't stand Cersei's. Cersei's is literally my number one person I cannot stand on the show, because she's evil. And I don't care what nobody's saying. Somebody on TikTok tried to make it seem like, oh, she does what she had to do. No, she does not. She does unnecessarily stuff. She literally is just power hungry. That's all she is. She's her father's daughter. She's just power hungry. Also, she slides with her twin brother. I'm going to always remember that and always bring that up. Speaking of sliding with your twin brother, oh my goodness. Episode 3. When they are viewing Joffrey's body, Cersei's and Jaime, they begin to slide, bust down right there in front of your son's body. I don't know what kind of sick stuff was going on, but that has to be, to me, one of these sickest scenes in Game of Thrones. Because, like, what? Y'all straight up hunching? This is... okay, that's also why I be like, girl, really back with Jaime. Because Jaime initiated that. He's so in love with Cersei. This is ridiculous. Her going to go get the mountain to fight Tyrion when Tyrion ends up asking for a trial by combat. Girl, not only do you just want your brother gone, you want him gone in the worst way possible. Like, you want him to be like, I'm talking about tortured. I genuinely think she was gonna really enjoy that. Like, she was really looking forward to that. And I know she was upset when she found out that Oberyn, that's what his name was going to fight for Tyrion. And then, I don't care what nobody say, she's literally jealous of Marjorie. You know why? Because I think Marjorie is a younger, I don't say more beautiful, like, but she, in her head, she probably felt like a younger, more beautiful version of her. Girl, you had your time. You was queen at once. As we get older, you age out, and now it's on to someone else. She just can't handle it. And then also, Marjorie going after the other son. The other son is cool. That's the only other Lannister that I was like, okay, he cool. He's just there. He don't know what's going on. But Marjorie, girl, you want to be a queen so bad. Her first husband, Renly, he was down low. Then she was like, you know what? I'm just going to go get with Joffrey. Joffrey gets off by her grandma. I'm telling you, it's her grandma. And then she go after Joffrey brother. Like, girl, you want to be queen so bad? I think she's jinxed. Tywin Lannister, Daddy Lannister, that man right there, that man can't stand his kids. Okay, all his kids is a pawn for his legacy. Nothing more, nothing less. That man don't care about nothing. Power, power, power. This season showed all it was about power for him. Okay, he literally was like, yeah, you gonna go marry that person, you gonna go marry that person, and I don't want you here no more. I actually want you gone. Him sitting on the council, the 3 basically judges for Tyrion's trial, is crazy. I honestly think it was a conflict of interest, but hey, who am I? Because I automatically think that Tyrion was down 30%. He was automatically gonna vote against him. And then he's so sick in his head again because he's blaming Tyrion for his wife's demise. In all actuality, it's literally because Tyrion's tiny. There's nothing more, nothing less. That's nothing someone else can say. Y'all don't like him because he's small. Just say that. Like, well, he has said that. He was like, for real, I didn't even know if he was my son or not. He is sick. But like, Tywin, when in the end it's revealed that he was sleeping with Shay, like, you hate your son that bad? In the end, he got what he deserved. He, to me, has had the most deserving death, right? By the most deserving person. Because I would have been upset if anybody else, or if he would have been offed any other way, or if it would have been anybody else. The only person who could have offed Tywin is Tyrion. And I love that it was him. Then he did it while he was on the toilet. Like, I'm not even going to give you no decency to get up and wipe your butt. Tyrion Lannister is the only person I enjoy. And this season, I felt so bad for him. I think all that happens is each season his family progressively hates him more. And they blame him for everything. The fact that they blame him but never gave him his actual props. Because if it wasn't for him, the Lannisters would have been gone by now when Stannis went to go attack. Because for real, Stannis was ready to get up in there with them. All them ships and all of them people he had with him. Yeah, he was coming for King's Landing. If it wasn't for Tyrion having a great idea to take that sunflower seed oil stuff, whatever it was, put it on the daggone ocean and blow Stannis away, they literally would have been done for, because Joffrey is a coward. He was running in there to his mommy instead of getting out there in the field, and he had no plan, okay, if it wasn't for Tyrion. And when Tyrion was doing his trial and he gave that whole monologue, hold on, no. Let me find it. Here you go. When Tyrion said, I saved you, This is him addressing the courtroom. It wasn't even a courtroom. It was in the throne room. Whatever. Him addressing everybody. He says, I saved you. I saved this city and all your worthless lives. I should have let Stannis kill you all. I am guilty of being a dwarf. That's all he's guilty of. I felt so bad for him because in that moment I was like, dang, they have done you so dirty. And they just dragged out and utilized and wasted all of the city's resources on trialing him because it was like, y'all know he ain't do it. But hey, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This is about Cersei's and his family not really liking him and them using the opportunity to finally get rid of him. But y'all didn't because Tyrion still stands tall. When Shay walked her little self into that courtroom, I could have slapped Shay. This is my whole thing. Shay, you knew what your position was. He's explained this to you. You didn't want to get the hint when he kept trying to beg you to leave the town and leave the city because he knew what he was in for and he knew how his family was going to go. There was really no option for them to actually be together. He just wanted her to get away. She didn't. And then he ended up being mean to her, which he wasn't doing on purpose. He was just doing it to be like, girl, just get away because I'm trying to save you. You go and slide with his daddy? You go and lay with his daddy? Before I get to that, she come up in that courtroom lying. I'm talking about just straight lying. Wow. I mean, it was taking him out of context so bad it was ridiculous. Even when Cersei was up there on that stand, can't stand Cersei. When she was up there on that stand and Cersei was basically everything he said, he did say, but she said it out of context. Y'all just used his words against him, which is unfortunate because they do it a lot in real life. But it's just like, for what? Shay, you should have just been gone. Like, you are a 304. Is that what it is? 304. Because it's like that word on a calculator, but upside down. Anywho. Favorite part was when Tyrion was like, I want to try by combat. It was like, oh my God. Also, Jaime was mad because Jaime had made a deal with his father that he was go serve as king somewhere. I don't know where he's supposed to do. There's so much going on in this show. I can't remember everything, all the clown places and all the names of everything. Tyrion was supposed to confess and then go to the wall, in exile. And he was like, I want to try by combat. When Oberyn was like, you know what? I'm going to fight for you in this trial by combat. But remember, that's why Cersei went and got the mountain to fight Tyrion during the trial by combat. But then Oberyn was like, I'm gonna fight for you. This is my thing with Oberyn. I know he came to avenge his sister's death and her children's death. I completely understand that. When they go to the trial by combat and they fighting, you doing it. I mean, this man is big and scary. He's barely big. And you get him. Why do you get so cocky? Why would he get so cocky? He got so cocky. And then he's like, get him. You know what I'm saying? He took the long sword. Not a sword. Spear? Some weapon. He took it, stabbed into, into the mountain. And, he's very off. Then he's like, pulling it out. It's like, you know what? No. I want you to say her name. I want to hear you say it. You got so cocky. That man grabbed over, flipped him over, and squeezed. He squeezed his head and pop. Oh my God. Like if you put a blueberry between your fingers and you go like that. He squeezed his head. And then Oberyn was gone. Because he got cocky. Which ended up putting Tyrion in a messed up place because technically then Tyrion lost. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. When Jaime went and helped Tyrion escape, shout out to Jaime for that. And before he left, he went to his father's room and he saw Shay up in his father's bed. And she up in there, waiting for you to come back. I felt so bad for him when he ended up offing her. Because only he could have done that. The hurt in that man's heart when he choked her out with her necklace. She deserved it. Because he was so in love with you and you did him dirty. And then you in that slime with his father. Not only did you get up there on stand and you was lying, but you gonna slap that man father. And then when he went into that bathroom and he got Tywin. Yeah. Shift gears, let's talk about what was happening in the North during this season. Lord Bolton. Can I be honest, you guys? I feel nothing towards the whole Bolton. What's going on in the North. It's so many parts of this show that be happening at once that like some parts I be like, I really don't care about what's going on there. I genuinely don't. Okay. He power hungry too. Finally got the North. Shout out to him. He's so happy. Okay, cool. My whole thing is I don't like your bastard, which is, well, he's not a bastard no more. I don't like Ramsay, but I don't feel nothing towards Ramsay. Why are we talking about Ramsay? Let me shift gears for 2 seconds. Theon. Might I say, freak. Theon is such a shell of himself. It's actually quite sad. In all actuality, before, let me just give him the benefit of the doubt. I do feel bad for him. Like, the torture this season has been crazy. Cutting that man package off and sending it to his father. He deserved it. Theon has deserved everything he's gotten. Theon acts for everything he's gotten. I don't feel bad for Theon. Okay? It's going to always be up for Theon. My foot going to always be on Theon's neck. Okay? Forever. And that's why I'm so happy why I get to be over here on YouTube and I get to talk longer about how much I don't like Theon and how my foot gonna always be on his neck. He's such a shell of himself. When his sister came to rescue him, his only opportunity of escaping, for real, I completely understand why he stayed there with his master. Why he stayed there with Ramsay is because when Ramsay played that sick joke on him that very first time where he quote unquote helped him escape and then end up actually it was a sick game and he took him back. And then also the whole thing that was happening with the girls where he was like having a dog chasing me, hunting him down, 666. He has done a number on Theon so bad that when Theon's sister came to rescue him, he was never going to go. Okay, there was nothing she could have done. That's why when she got away and she was riding off on a boat and she was like, "That's not my brother." Exactly. Theon is gone. Reek is here. He is a shell of himself. When Ramsay this season was using him to basically like finish caulking it off the rest of the North and was like, sending Theon in there to basically be himself technically and telling everybody to stand down. He can barely even say his own name. He wanted to say I'm Reek. He could barely get out that he was Theon. Can't stand him. Theon bothers me. Every time I think about easing up on Theon and I think about giving him grace, I think about what he did to Winterfell. And I will never. Yes, I do know it wasn't actually the Starks boys that was up there hanging that was burnt. I know that. And it was actually the Farmers boys. I don't care. When he was such a coward, okay, remember when he first got up there? He was such a coward and the guy who didn't want to bow down to him and his knife was so dull it barely could get through that man's neck, okay? Yeah. Theon is a coward. Can't stand him. Loser. Okay? Whatever major loser. Yeah. I remember that. Ramsay's a tryhard to me. I feel nothing towards Ramsay. Like, to me, people was like, "Oh my God, Ramsay's worse. He's like the worst." Joffrey, I believe that was Joffrey's character. Like, throwing through, that's Joffrey's character. When he did the things he did, I believed him. Ramsay is a tryhard. He's trying to prove to his dad so bad. That's why I remember when Lord Bolton was like, he sent his bastard, which was Ramsay, after Theon. He's tried so hard that like it's OD the things that Ramsay does. So it's like it doesn't make me be like, "Oh my God, he's so evil. I can't stand him." It's like he's annoying. Honestly, that's how I feel about Ramsay. It's actually quite annoying. Can I be honest? I wish somebody else was torturing Theon because like it make me feel bad for Theon. Kind of, sort of, not really. The only part I feel bad for Theon is like he gotta be with that loser because like he a tryhard. He literally, I feel nothing towards him. It's so bad that I have nothing to really give in depth about any type of feelings towards Ramsay because I just don't. I'm gonna know if I still just talk about Stannis, even though I know he's not in the North, but I'll just go ahead and get to Stannis because that's what's in my notes next. Stannis' wife is ridiculous. Stannis' wife is she is like sick in the head. Feel bad for the lady. I don't know what is going on with her. She is sick. She keeps her daughter locked up, and I think because it got that stone stuff on her face. I don't know if she got like some type of disease or something. But she's so sick with her having like she needs help with the preserved bodies of her, I think, stillborn sons. I imagine going through that. But like, God damn, lady is sick. And then also her actually going to get, I think she went and got the Red Witch, if I understand correctly. Y'all, half the time I don't understand what's going on. That's why I have to watch it with my husband so he can explain it. I think she was the one who sent after the witch and brought her in, the Red Witch, Melisandre, Melissa, whatever her name is, to go, to help Stannis. Because she was like, "Shh, I gave you nothing and she gave you a son." And lady birthed a demon out her coochie. She ain't doing witchcraft. Like, oh my God, the Red Witch is so creepy. She just, very beautiful lady. Creepy. Look into the fire. What do you see? Oh, I see me eating a cheeseburger for lunch. That sounds good. The end of the season, when Stannis pops up beyond the wall, I was like, damn, this man is trying to get this crown by any means necessary. He couldn't go through the front, you know what I'm saying, which was King's Landing. He is now going around back. He going in the back now. He going through the back. Going in the back door. What am I saying? Basically, he going around back. Now he's trying to come from the north down to get King's Landing. I'm like, dang, Stannis, don't give up. That man not playing no games. He said, I'm going to get my crown by any means necessary. Because technically, he is actually the heir to the crown. There's so much going on. Everybody heir to the crown because technically they near is the heir to the crown. Who ain't heir to the crown? Who don't want this crown? don't even seem that cool or that lavish anyway, okay? They get some wine. And shout out to my man Tyrion. Tyrion gonna always have him a nice good glass of wine. This is my thing. I was thinking, like, when I saw him come up in the north, I was like, dang, what is he doing? When he took Mince Rhea captive, I was like, dang, what's Stannis Ray do? So he just gone off the wildlands? Because at first I thought he was going to use the wildlands to attack King's Landing, which made sense to me. But I don't know what's going on with that. That's something I'm predicting possibly for season 5. Daenerys. Thing with Daenerys is this. I don't think Daenerys is going to be that great of a leader. Hear me out. I love the whole breakup chains going around freeing everybody. You know, shout out to freeing all the slaves. This is my thing. She's too nice. I think her heart is in the right place to rule King's Landing, especially seeing, or to rule the realm, to see how they operate. I don't think she's cut out for that. Don't get me wrong. I think she's in a great position, especially once she got the Unsullied and she got all of them fighting, killing machines. Like, girl, you in a great position. And she got 3 dragons. Perfect. She's too nice for me. I confused? Somebody please explain to me. What is she doing? Why don't she just go ahead and go to King's Landing already? I thought her original mission was to go and get her crown back. It just seemed like she on a side quest and she just got so caught up in the side quest. That's that. Also, her dragons, girl, they're literally beasts. You are not their actual mother. Like, girl, you did not give birth to them. I mean, like, they had eggs, but somebody had to lay the eggs. You are not the actual mother. These are actual beasts. When she had to chain up her dragons, I felt so bad. But like, girl, use them dragons and burn some stuff down. That's what I want to see. The dragons out there burning stuff down their own selves. And when he was like, oh my God, you their mother. They teenagers. Use these dragons. Fly up there. Go get you your crown. Do something with a Daenerys. Make something shake. I don't know. One of my other favorite characters is down there with her. I like Sir Jorah Mormont. Oh my God. Just put 2 and 2 together. He is Lord Commander's son. The one who got off by the brothers of the night who turned on them. Dang. I be knowing stuff. Let's get to the best battle that has been. At first, I thought the battle against Stannis was the best battle, and it was a great battle. The one with the North versus the Wildlands that happened this season, chef kiss. Okay, when the Wildlands made it over the wall, and they was climbing that wall, I was like, damn, these people would do anything. But that was season 3. Season 4, they just over there raising hell. They got them creepy Wildlands, okay? The ones with the scars on their face, they is so creepy. They bother me so much. He was eating people. So that little boy, I'm eat your mommy and I'm eat your daddy. Huh? Why are you eating people? That battle happened. Shout out to Jon Snow. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Before I've ever seen this show years ago, all I ever heard was winter is coming, and I knew that was from Game of Thrones, and I knew Jon Snow because people always talk about him. That's a leader right there. He stood up. He went back out over the wall, or he was like, we need to go attack the brothers of the night who had turned, that's sitting up there at the man with the daughter wives at his cabin, because, you know what I'm saying, they eventually could end up, hurting us, because if they let the Wildlands know how many people was actually in the, why am I saying the North? The wall. When he goes back out beyond the wall and he's like, oh yeah, we need to go, on the ones that turned on him, and he got rid of them, he offed them. And then he was the one who was like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I've seen what's out there. Y'all need to listen to me. Seal up that tunnel. And they was like, oh, we're not listening to you. Should have listened to John. Because guess what ended up happening? They end up having the daggone Willy Mammoths riding giants. They had giants riding Willy Mammoths. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on? And people climbing the wall. I'm talking about climbing this ice. Yo, I don't understand how they climb that ice. How do they do that? I don't understand it. Yeah, they was fighting here, fighting there. And especially when they saw that big fire go up, they was like, oh my God, it's time to attack. And they was just attacking everywhere. Oh my gosh. It was so good. And then you had the coward brother Slint hiding in the closet with a woman and a baby. Thought you commanded the city watch, huh? Thought you was over top of the city landing city watch, whatever it's called. Thought you was over top of that. Thought you was a commander, huh? Thought you got out there in the field and then cowered in a closet with a woman and a baby. Sad. So this is my whole thing. I do have deep feelings on the Wildlands. I feel bad for the Wildlands. I don't think they're the enemies, and it seems like it's positioned that they are the enemies. No, they're not the enemies. Like, they don't want to bow to y'all. They want to, respect the whole king thing, which I completely understand. They just want to be safe and get from what's coming, which is winter. Them army of the dead. What's wrong with that? I actually think the people that's beyond the wall, back in the wall, in the realm, is trifling for that. Like, let them people over. Jon Snow And his wildling girlfriend, I felt so bad for her. Because hear me out, she was their best shooter. I knew she loved Jon Snow because when she found out that he first turned on them and she had caught him down there by the little river water thing with on a horse. And she shot him 4 times. She's their best shooter. She should have got him. But the reason why she didn't is because she wanted to let him go. Because her heart was really hurt. She didn't want to do that to the man she loved. She caught him at the wall. And when they finally attacked, she was going to get her payback. Yeah, she was actually going to get Jon. And as she should. And then Jon dramatic. It's so dramatic. Oh my God, she dies in his arms. But I do respect and I do appreciate him taking her body back out over to, beyond the wall. Because that's where she deserved to be at. I be confused what's going on in this show so much. I can never remember. It's so much. I'm just talking and yapping, talking. This is all one season, guys. Okay, this is not the whole show. This is just one season. Littlefinger is weird. Littlefinger is obsessed. Littlefinger gets on my nerves. He is the biggest op to everybody. And also how in love with Catelyn he was creeps me out. I was so confused when Sansa ended up getting help getting escape from King's Landing after Joffrey had got, off. And I looked and it was Littlefinger. So at first I thought it was Littlefinger who had off Joffrey. I was like, what? And it took her to go see her aunt. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But the aunt was crazy. Okay, she was so in love with Littlefinger. Girl, you in love with this man. This man was in love with your sister. He is not in love with you. You can't see that he using you. Also, side note, did she off her husband? Because wasn't her husband Jon Arryn? Man, from the first season that they was talking about. Did she off him? Yo, it's so much going on. I cannot keep up. I do not understand. She was questioning Sansa you want my man? You want my man? You want my man? Sansa was like, Aunt Liza, I don't want him. And I was like, you want my man? To the point where she dragged that little girl because she had saw her man, which was Littlefinger, because somehow they ended up getting married. I don't know what was going on with that. Kissing Sansa, this grown man's kissing this little girl. You question the little girl? Sick, but hey, you know how that goes. Who's going to throw that little girl to the sky roof? For him to turn on you and be like, I always loved one woman in my entire life. Your sister. Pushed her through. How would he do that to that lady? Littlefinger don't care. That whole situation with him and Sansa, because for real, it seems like he's now going after Sansa. You couldn't have the mom, so now you want to go after the daughter. Weird. Seems like Sansa is is doing the whole, I'd rather deal with the devil I do know versus the devil I don't know. That's kind of how it's go. Because I actually feel bad for Sansa. Sansa's the person I feel the absolute bad for. All she did was want to be queen. Everything that came after, I don't think she knew what she was that was all gonna happen. I don't think that she would have been like, I want to be queen this bad if she knew everything that would entail and everything that ended up happening. My husband hates Sansa, and I don't know why people hate Sansa. I like Sansa. She cool. I got no problem with Sansa. I feel bad for Sansa. Sansa. Oh, I do like as a duo, the Hound and Arya. Oh my God, I love them together. My favorite thing though was at the end when the Hound and Lady Brienne got into it and they got to that fighting scene and she ended up off him basically. Not really, but she wounded him so bad and he wanted to be put out of his misery and he was basically begging Arya to put him out of his misery. I wasn't mad at Arya because at the end of the day, you were still on her list, sir. It's so sad because I did enjoy them two together. They had one of my favorite fight scenes when they was in the little restaurant and then they ended up fighting everybody into the restaurant. I liked them two together. I think they was actually two of my favorite characters. Not favorite, but a great duo. They have to be one of my favorite duos. I'm sad to see that gone. Bran is now made to be on the wall. I'm so confused. I don't understand what's happening with Bran's storyline. Please, somebody explain to me what's going on with Bran's storyline. And also, shout out to him for making it over the wall. How did he do it? How did he get over the wall? Did he climb the wall and they the Hodor? That's his name. Did Hodor strap him to his back and then he climbed over the wall with Bran? I'm so confused how Bran got over there. I don't know what's going on with Bran. I do like his powers. I think his power is pretty cool. If I forgot anything that has happened this season, please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. So much going on in this show. There's literally 1,500 characters, okay? 300 of them are main characters. 4,500. I don't know. I just started doing numbers. I don't even know what numbers. I'm not even adding correctly. It's too many characters I cannot remember, okay? And I can't imagine that there's actually 4 more seasons that I need to get through. So much has happened in the show. I literally keep forgetting. I like it. I'm just always confused. That's why I have to watch it with my husband. I enjoyed it. I'm so glad to be over here on YouTube for the I think that I'm gonna put my wrap ups on YouTube from now on because I get to yap longer and I go further in depth of what I'm feeling about the show. But if you enjoyed it, thank you. Like the video, Okay, bye.